संस्थापकं वीरम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्।
बने हम हिंद के योगी, धरेंगे ध्यान भारत का।
बने हम हिंद के योगी, धरेंगे ध्यान भारत का।
बने हम हिंद के योगी, धरेंगे ध्यान भारत का। उठाकर धर्म का झंडा करे उत्थान भारत का।
धर्म का झंडा करे उत्थान भारत का।
बने हम हिंद के योगी, धरेंगे ध्यान भारत का।
ध्यान भारत का।
गले में शील की माला,
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 पहन कर ज्ञान की कफनी, उठाकर धर्म का झंडा करे उत्थान भारत का।
उठाकर धर्म का झंडा करे उत्थान भारत का।
बने हम हिंद के योगी, धरेंगे ध्यान भारत का।
बने हम हिंद के योगी, करेंगे ध्यान भारत का।
जलाकर कष्ट की होली,
जलाकर कष्ट की होली,
जलाकर कष्ट की होली,
जलाकर कष्ट की होली,
उठाकर इष्ट की झोली,
उठाकर इष्ट की झोली,
जमा कर संत की टोली, करे उत्थान भारत का।
जगाकर संत की टोली, करे उत्थान भारत का।
बने हम हिंद के योगी, धरेंगे ध्यान भारत का।
बने हम हिंद के योगी, करेंगे ध्यान भारत का।
स्वरों में तान भारत की,
स्वरों में तान भारत
का कारण,
हमारे मोक्ष का कारण,
हमारे स्वर्ग का साधन, यही उत्थान भारत का।
हमारे स्वर्ग का साधन, यही उत्थान भारत का।
बने हम हिंद के योगी,
मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वेणुर्मधुरो रेणुर्मधुरः पाणिर्मधुरः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गीतं मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
तरणं मधुरं तरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
कुञ्जा मधुरा माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीथी मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपी मधुरा लीला मधुरा युक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं दृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपा मधुरा गावो मधुरा यष्टिर्मधुरा सृष्टिर्मधुरा दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं
हरि शरणं 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 हरि शरणं
हरि शरणं हरि शरणं
हरि शरणं हरि शरणं
हरि शरणं हरि शरणं
हरि शरणं हरि शरणं
हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं हरि शरणं
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जोदायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसति लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतई सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर है सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माही जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज संहारो आपे तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे चारों जुग पर ताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय।
योगेशं सच्चिदानन्दं वासुदेवं व्रजप्रियं धर्मसंस्थापकं वीरम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्।
Jai Shri Krishna. Good evening. Welcome to all of you in Gita Pariwar. Interpretation session of chapter 4 in middle part. Welcoming all once again. Myself Pranav Pancholi from Navsari, Gujarat. I am welcoming you. I am pranam to all of you in your hearts, Lord Krishna. With blessing of Param Pujya Swamiji Sri Govind Dev Giriji Maharaj's blessing, we are starting our interpretation session today. So before starting our rituals, our parampara, starting with the prarthana, starting prayer. Before starting the prayer, I would like to share one thing. In the Tamil Nadu Adi Parekku festival, so I have best wishes to all Tamil Nadu people and all Indians. So now we are going to start prayer. Before starting prayer, I would like to introduce Anjali Mam Bhattji from Jammu. She is retired professor of geography. She is hobby with reading. Education is MPhil MAd. She is well learned and role in Gita Pariwar, co-trainer in L1 sessions. Connected with Gita Pariwar since April 2023. And she is Gita Vrati and attending Slokan classes. So I am welcoming Anjali Bhatt Didi.
वसुदेव सुतं देवं तं सचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्द कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्रीकृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। जय श्री कृष्ण to all.
Jai Shri Krishna Didi. Thank you very much for beautiful prayer. Now we are moving forward. Our rituals or our tradition says Deep Prajwalan, lighting the lamp in our heart, in our mind, in our atmosphere. So it will enlighten our to our mind, clearing the dark, going into lights. So I'm inviting Sri Devi ji. She is from Andhra Pradesh, Elluru. She is a banker. She is serving in Gita Pariwar as a co-trainer L1 and L2. She has joined from November 2022. I'm welcoming Sri Devi ji.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृतां कलहंसकृतावासां वरदां शारदां नुमः.
Thank you very much, Didi. We have seen Krishna Kanhaiya ji, Satyanarayan Dev ji. So you have cleared atmosphere and beautiful temperature over here. So we are going move forward for our interpretation. Before that, I would like to share announcement. From 5th September, our new L1 batch is starting from 5th September. So please share information and tell to your near and dear, and maximum sharing to your family members and friends. And our 5th year completion program starting from the 22nd July to 17th August. So please be join and attend online and offline. We would say offline at your place, at your temple, at your home, with your family friends at park, and making some parayans. So it will helpful for society and as well as for us. So please be there and join and participate in the 5th year completion celebration. And now we are moving forward. Our interpretation, chapter 4, Jnana Karma, Karma Vijnana Sannyasa Yoga, the theory of karma. And our interpreter or Vivechak is very well known, very well person, senior trainer, Shraddha Raodeo ji. She is a disciple of Param Pujya Swami Sri Govind Dev Giriji Maharaj and deeply committed to Gita Pariwar mission, blessed by Pujya Swami Ji Govind Dev Giriji Maharaj, and she is resident president of Hyderabad, Bhagyanagar. She is actively working there, associate with Gita Pariwar online class since its second batch from August 2020. She is a trainer of first ever jail class at Learngeeta, and under her guidance memorized 12 chapters by Kedis and cleared Pathik exam. Very wonderful. Laid the foundation of the monitoring team Learngeeta and led it for over 2.5 years. Also serving as a Vivechak for online Gita classes, weekly interpretation sessions, and she's served in a various department training, examination, academic, literature, and various other teams at a Learngeeta. She's a master of all. She's a tech as well trainer, both services giving in Gita classes. Now I'm witness her teaching Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā and working for Bal Sanskar, imparting Hindu scriptural knowledge and patriotic values to children over a decade. Academic sees a BE Electronics and postgraduate diploma in IT systems and management. And she has experience over 13 years in mobile application developer. She was working in a corporate sector. She is very knowledgeable. She is soft-spoken, and she is wearing smile always. So welcoming Shraddha Raodeo Didi ji. Welcoming. It all yours, Didi.
Shri Krishna, Pranam Bhayan, nice to see you. Jai Shri Krishna, everybody. A very warm welcome to the session, all of you. Before I begin, I want to confirm if I'm audible. Pranam Bhaya, Manisha Didi. Am I clearly audible, Manisha Didi?
Yes, Didi.
Okay, let us all begin with our with a beautiful chapter and continue our journey by bowing down to Param Puja Gurudev and Shri Krishna himself. Let us all pray together. Hari Om. 1 minute. Let us all pray together. Hari Om. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranatah Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनी अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी. ॐ श्रीगुरवे नमः. ॐ श्रीकृष्णाय नमः. Hari Om. A very warm welcome to the session again, all of you. We are learning the fourth chapter. We are discussing and enriching our knowledge with the fourth chapter, which is a crucial part of the section that consists of the Karma Yoga. Karma, inevitably, is the most important part of our lives. It is the most crucial part of our lives in the way that every day from morning to evening, we are busy with just one thing, and that is some or the other sort of karma. And the thing that we do the most is something that is going to be the most important thing in liberating us. And we need a special expertise in that. If I am a doctor, I need a correct right skill set to be amongst the top few doctors. If a person is a business person, the person needs the best skills. But when we look at it in a generic form, when we talk about karma, any karma, there is an essential thing that is required, that we manage to get a mastery over doing any type of karma in its most pious, most pavitra form. And for that, Sri Krishna has given an elaborate description about karma, and in the third chapter we saw has given an elaborate way of understanding how the karma can be converted to karma yoga and become a means to connect with the Parampita Paramatma, to be free from the entire liberation. In the third chapter, we have seen some very important principles about how the karma can be converted to karma yoga, how karma is a binding on all of us, and how the karma should be done in the form of a yajna. All these important things we see, and what we saw from the last session is that this entire knowledge that has been transmitted up till the third chapter is not something new. It is an ancient knowledge, very crucial knowledge, And it's not only crucial from the perspective of the karma, it is also not for only for this birth, for many more births to come. This is going to be the great liberating factor. And when after learning about all this, Sri Krishna has given very beautiful shlokas explaining in detail about the difference between his karma and our karma. How can we distinguish and how can we convert our karma into a way that it becomes a means of liberating us and not becoming a binding for us. In that series, we had seen how to fulfill our karma properly, to get success in our karma properly. What we had seen that people not only do the karma but also take help of what of the different gods of they take the blessings of different gods in order to achieve in order to get their blessings such that our wishes are fulfilled quickly. Hmm? And Shri Krishna has also very beautifully said that the way people worship me, they will attain me in the reciprocal form, in an appropriate form. I will be reaching out to them. Whatever sentiment with which a devotee seeks as a mother, the God will become his her child, and so on. If we think him as a friend, he will become our friend. In this way, we had seen Sri Krishna has assured, "Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sathaiva bhajamyaham mama vartmanuvartante." Manusha Parth Sarvasha. We had seen up till this 11th shloka, and today we will begin our session from the 12th shloka, where Sri Krishna explains about what are the different things that that are done by people to get siddhi, to get success very soon, to succeed in every act that is required. We'll start our session from the 12th shloka today. Kāṅṣantah karmanām siddhiं yajanta iha devataः क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा. So, amongst what is the meaning of this Kāṅṣantah karmanām siddhi? This refers to the people who are trying to achieve something or the other by the means of their karma. Hmm? Now, this is another thing that people want liberation. People need to, get moksha. All this thing is said and done, but at the same time, we have a family to take care of. We have our relatives to keep happy. We have so many things that need to be taken care of while doing all these other things. And if we cannot just live or just say we want moksha, but Hari, I have a child whose marriage has to be fixed, whose marriage we have to get it done. We have to ensure our children study properly and they get their job properly. For that, we need enough money. All these things are equally important. We cannot just abandon these things and say that we can only do sadhana. That is not going to happen. So, for successfully fulfilling our desires, to be able to get success in our responsibilities, we need the blessings of other gods. See, whether you do daily puja or not, in Diwali time, we do Mahalakshmi puja, Saraswati puja, compulsorily people will do. Because first, koi ho na ho, we need the blessings of Mahalakshmi ji to get the appropriate amount of wealth, to enough amount of wealth we will need, so that we can successfully complete all our duties, and then only we can continue and do whatever we want to achieve. So first thing that we need to do is we need that all the other gods should be blessing us, so that in this world I achieve what I wish to achieve. If I am a good teacher, I want to become a good teacher, my oratorship should be good. My Agni Devata, Saraswati Mata, they should be happy with me. Hmm? And for this, or what do people do? Manushyaha, what they do, they are going to uh, worship different gods. For what? Shipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. To attain the siddhi, what? How? Kshipram, quickly. The word kshipra means quickly. If they want to attain the siddhi or success quickly, what they will do? They will be worshipping different gods. And to attain the siddhi from their actions. Karmaja. Karmaja means originating from actions. Hmm? Not karamaja, not that Hindi karmaja. Okay, obviously Gita tells us to be happy and enjoy our karma, but this is karmaja. Anything born out of our karma is the siddhir bhavati karmaja. So to be successful, people will be worshipping all the different deities and getting what is required for the success of our current karma. Now, sometimes people feel that, why do we need to do this? Are these gods separate from Parampita Paramatma? All these questions come to us. For this, we should understand one very basic thing, that Parabrahma Swarup Paramatma is one. He is present everywhere. But everywhere, to understand this example, let us understand something very basic. Suppose we are living in a city, and in this city, in my house, if the electricity goes, what am I going to do? Will I call the local electricity board, or directly call to Delhi central government office? Of the electricity at my office is gone, my home is gone. What do we do? We'll be calling the local government, local authorities, isn't it? Suppose my Aadhaar card, I have to get some changes done. What we will do? First, we will reach out to the local government, to the local authorities. And then, if there is something major, and if we have to, we will not for every small things reach out to the central government office at Delhi. Similarly, this Parabrahma Swarup that we talk about, that is the central government, and all other gods, they are handling different departments. They are extremely essential. It is very essential that we keep them happy. We keep worshipping them. We should not underestimate their powers. We should not underestimate the importance of kurachar, the practice of worshipping our kuldaivat, hmm, our kuldaivat, the deities that have been worshipped from many generations. Nowadays, people feel, bas Hare Krishna, we will continue doing this. This Parabrahma Swarup is everything, and we can completely overlook all the other practices. This is wrong. Why? Because all of them cumulatively form a system, and we are a small part of this system. We have to ensure that this entire system, entire hierarchy is followed at our level, and this is important. So we should not abandon these pujas. Ganpati puja will start in few weeks, then followed by Navratri, Kurachar. All these things have been given to us by generations for what? To ensure that all the gods are happy, and they all are deeply interlinked with the Parabrahma Tattva. They are not separate, but all these pujas are very compulsory. For what? To attain Siddhir Bhavati Karmaja, to attain the Siddhi, to attain success in our day to day actions. Hmm? And while we are talking about karma, while we continue on this important discussion about karma, Shri Krishna doesn't restrict it to the individual level. He takes it to one level higher than our individual level, that is at the level of the society. At the level of the society, where does he take it? He takes it towards the Chatur Varnya, that is the four classes, which is quite a controversial topic, but we should very carefully understand when this piece in Bhagavad Gita comes at two places, one in the fourth chapter, one in the another in the 18th chapter. We should understand these shlokas thoroughly. So whatever confusion is spread across by media around these caste system, around these four varnas, we should be very clear about what our scriptures, what Sri Krishna is telling about that. Once we are very clear about these things, then there is absolutely no confusion, and we are so clear about not only our role, not only about our karma, but our karma and the karma of the entire society, our cumulative karma. I am an individual, we all are an individual, but our contributions are not restricted only to ourselves. It is reflected across the society. As a society, what our karma should be, how our karma should be achieved, that we will understand if we understand the fact that is Shri Krishna is explaining further. From the individual karma, he takes us to the karma of the society. What does he explain in that context? Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam guna karma vibhagashah tasya kartaramhapi ma vidhya kartaramhavyayam. This is very, very important. At the same time, it is very, very basic also. Many people have tried their level best to confuse the entire society around this concept, but this is relatively simple if we understand one very basic principle. We are living, suppose, in a family of 4 people, 6 people, 8 people. Some people living in very good, some lucky people, I must say, living in joint families, with a big pariwar, big family living together. When people are living together, whether it is as a family or as roommates or as neighbors also, we will have, within a family, we have a distribution of the work, isn't it? The mother is cooking, the father is earning, sometimes the mother is also earning, but all in all, everybody is taking a share of the responsibility of the house. It is not like, okay, everybody go in the kitchen one by one, cook for yourselves and eat. We don't do like that, right? The father is going cooking for himself, eating. The mother is cooking only for herself. The children are arranging their own food. It's not like that. One person takes care of one domain of the family, one domain of the karma. Other person takes care of another responsibility solely. Some people are responsible for taking care of the security of the house. Some people are ensuring that the finances of the house are fine. Some people, the spoiled children, they are ensuring that the next generation is prepared to continue the legacy of the family. They are preparing themselves for the next few years, preparing themselves to take care of the older generation. So everybody is having a fixed responsibility behind them. The older generation has an important task to ensure that all the sanskar, all the values are passed on to the next generation. So everybody has their own set of roles and responsibilities properly defined, and that is how the entire structure of family becomes robust and it is sustaining properly. If everybody takes care of all the things for themselves, it is not going to work. We have to divide the responsibilities. That is the very basic and fundamental principle behind this four Varna system also. Chatur Varna. So now this is not caste. This should now they have translated, but this exact word is Varna. They are the four Varnas. And in this category, there are the four categories that Sri Krishna says, which have been decided by me. There is one category which takes care of the knowledge centric part for the society. Everybody cannot become a sadhu. Everybody, if they just pursue knowledge, then who will take care of the electricity issues and the doctoring and the medical issues and all other law and order department? All these departments also will be needed. Everybody cannot be knowledge centric. At the same time, everybody cannot be wealth centric. Knowledge centric is that class which is ensuring that there is enough knowledge in the society. People understand our scriptures. These were the Brahmins. Then there is a class which is wealth centric, which is ensuring that the financial position of the entire society remains good. So all the business class people, not just the high class, all the Vyapari is what we say, all the people who do some or the other type of business are ensuring that the financial position of the society is stable so that the economy keeps running. That is the Vaishya class. And then the entire confusion happens around this word Shudra. Shudra. Now understand this word, Vaishya we have done, we forgot. The one who is responsible for the security, Kshatriya. The Kshatriya is ensuring we can have lot of knowledge, we can have lot of arthic situation, our financial situation can be stable. But what if somebody attacks? There has to be somebody standing at the border of the country and ensuring that the borders are safe, ensuring that the country people are safe. That responsibility comes to the Kshatriya. And then this word Shudra. Now understand this word is Shudra. It is just a word. It should not be called Kshudra. There is a difference between these two. The Kshudra word, it comes in the second chapter, Kshudram Hridayada Urvalyam, where Shri Krishna tells Arjun that whatever feelings you are experiencing, they are Kshudra. Kshudra there, it means of a lower order. But in the Varnas, understand that that word is not Kshudra, it is Shudra. Shaljam Sha with the Dirgha U Matra. And the other word which means inferior is the word Kshudra, Kshatriya Ksha with a Rasva U Matra. So there is a difference between both these words. Because of this confusion, people don't understand what is Shudra and what is Kshudra. Because of that, this developed this impression that this Varna is of lower order, but it is not. What is the duty of the Shudra in the 18th chapter? Shri Krishna has very clearly mentioned. Paricharyatmakam karma Shudrasya Pisvabhavajam means what? Paricharya. If somebody is falling sick, who is taking care? The doctors. If these electricians, plumbers, they if somebody has to build a house, all the people who are helping, engineers, all those people who are helping in building the house, this is the most important class of the society. And because we are confused about these words, because we do not understand, and people have misinterpreted everything for the power gains, for the political strategies, people have used these classes, these varnas in the wrong way, and that is why this entire confusion has happened. But this is a very scientific and beautiful division of the society, which has given a very robust shape to our society. Because these four varna system has been established, which has been established by Sri Krishna Bhagwan himself, and carried forward and done properly by all our Maharshis. Because of that, our system, our culture has sustained for so many lakhs of years. And when this Varna system has started falling, what has happened? The society has also started falling. We should understand that this Varna system has its own grace. We have to understand it is also very scientific. It was originally based on the Janma. That is, the doctor's child becomes a doctor, the business person, the chartered accountant's son becomes an accountant. It is very logical, because a Brahmin's son becomes a Brahmin, because now we see the Adi Shankaracharya. Somebody is unmuted. Adi Shankaracharya. We see that all these granthas, all the Vedas were learnt by hearted by him at the age of 8 years. Why? Because from generations to generations, they have been practicing these scriptures. His forefathers have been practicing and learning these scriptures. The DNA builds up in such a way that they are able to grasp it very nicely. The DNA of the family of the chartered accountants is developed and becomes developed in such a way that the children grasp these topics very easy, very early at their age, and that is why this is a very scientific way that this it continues by the Janma. But gradually, as the Varna Sankar happened, as the people, the marriages across Varna started happening, then it started becoming on the basis of skills, which is also acceptable now, is what we learn from Mahabharata. We will not go too much in that direction, but we have to understand this entire thing has been set up by Sri Krishna, and how Guna Karma Vibhagashaha. This is based on what? Guna Karma Vibhagashaha. Based on the Guna and Karma. Vibhaga means division. This has been divided on the basis of Guna and the Karma. Now, for this, this Guna word, when it comes, wherever it comes across Bhagavad Gita, people have misinterpreted this also in Bhagavad Gita. Many people have started saying that Guna refers to the skill. Ye mera gun hai means this is my skill, and people feel that it is based on skill, this department. No, it is here. Gun is a technical term, you can say, of Bhagavad Gita. Like we use the terms hardware, software for computers. Like that, gun is a technical term of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, which refers to what? The gun that originates from the Prakriti, that is the Sattva gun, Tamo, Rajo gun, and the Tamo gun. And gun indicates these three gunas. And this is very closely related to our karma. So gun refers to the Sattva gun, Rajo gun, and Tamo gun. And depending on our karma, one or the other gun is increasing. For instance, you all are very dedicatedly, I can see their videos and all, and people are dedicatedly listening to the session. there at that moment, what is the thing that is inspiring us? It is the sattva gun which is inspiring us to learn about Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, to think about Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, to explore Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. This is the sattva gun. And because of the sattva gun, what is the karma that is happening? That we are doing, we are studying Bhagavad Gita. This act of studying Bhagavad Gita is what? It is swadhyaya tap. It is a swadhyaya. This is the karma that we all are doing. All of us, because owing to our sattva gun, we are in the pursuit of Śrīmad Bhagavad Gita. So our sattva gun has resulted in what? We learning Bhagavad Gita. Somebody is rajogun, who are more driven by desire, or want to get something in return of something. They will do some other kind of activity. So based on the gun, our karma is going to happen, and based on the karma, that gun is going to increase further. Because we are learning Bhagavad Gita as a result of our sattva gun, this karma is happening. This karma is further going to highlight or uplift which gun? Again the sattva gun. So guna and karma are very deeply interrelated. And based on this, the Chaturvarna system is dependent. And Shri Krishna says that based on this guna and karma, I have made this Chaturvarna system, I have established this Chaturvarna system. So those then we will not go into too many details of it, but this is how this entire thing is established. And what Shri Krishna says further is very interesting. Tasya kartaram api bhav vidhya kartaram avyayam, vidhya kartaram avyayam. This last charan, entire charan is one word. That's the beauty of Sanskrit language, that in short we can put so many thoughts together in one word. Here it is vidhi akartaram avyayam. So though I have created these things, I am the karta, that is the doer of these things. At the same time, I am also the akarta. And which kind of akarta? Avyaya akarta, imperishable akarta. How is this possible? This is very and important to understand, at the same time very interesting to understand. So when Shri Krishna says, I am the karta as well as the akarta, for this understand that, and here one more word that is uses avyaya. So when this entire Srishti was not existing, from that time also there is one law of conservation of energy everywhere that was used, that the gross energy remains same. No karma is created, no karma is destroyed, it remains the same. Based on our previous task, the new task will come. How Brahmaji is creating the Srishti, based on what previous Brahmaji is done, or based on that the next Brahmaji is done. All tasks are done in the similar way. So based on that, what Shri Krishna says here is, though I am the karta, I have established this system, but what varna you are getting, that I am the akarta. So though the system has been established by Parampita Paramatma, the onus of which varna we are born in, that depends on what? On the individual who has actually on the individual what his karma is, what is this past karma. To understand this, I'll give you a very simple example. So imagine that 3 students are appearing for the exams. During the exams, 3 students prepare and appear for exams. Out of these 3 students, one fails and 2 manage to pass. One passes with distinction, the other somehow manages to pass, and the third person is failing. And the examiner has taken the exam of these 3 children, and these are their results. Now, for the child who has failed the exam, for the student who has failed the exam, what we will say? That he has failed the exam. Has he failed? Has the examiner failed him? Yes. But at this time, is examiner responsible for his failure? Who is responsible? The child himself is responsible, isn't it? Similarly, if the child who has managed to pass with distinction, the examiner has passed him, karta, but who is responsible for his passing with distinction? The child himself is responsible. There, the examiner becomes the akarta. That is the case with Paramatma. He says, I am only here to see, Brahmaji is only there to ensure that this cycle is running. But how it is running in your case depends on what? Your karma. And how your karma are being shaped based on your own guna. So we are responsible for our own janma. We are responsible for what is coming in our merit, what is coming to our credit. There Shri Krishna, Parampita Paramatma is an akartar. So he is a karta, he has established the system, he is like that examiner, but at the same time, what we are getting here, he is a akartar. So the guna and karma are responsible for the birth we get. What we are doing based on that, our guna is going to develop. How so at this moment of time, because we are Gita Padhe Padhai Jeevan mein laye, we are the pathics of that, we are the people who are walking on that path. So what we should do, we should focus on developing the guna according to this slok. ऊर्ध्वं गच्छन्ति सत्त्वस्था मध्ये तिष्ठन्ति राजसाः जघन्यगुणवृत्तिस्थाः अधो गच्छन्ति तामसाः. We have to analyze which gun is leading us where. We have to analyze ourselves and see which gun is prominently, prominently reflected in our personality, in our karma, and accordingly decide which gun we have to pursue and which direction we will be going depends on this shlok. Urdhvam gachanti sattvastha. We will be depending on our further progress, our further direction will depend on which gun we develop further. So the main reason is going to be what? This guna karma vibhagasha. The guna and karma are responsible for everything, and we have to understand that because our karma is completely tainted, it is completely dependent on our guna karma. This particular birth we have received. But for Shri Krishna, for us, our karma becomes our bandhan. Our karma is responsible for our own birth, or the kind of birth we have got, everything. But that is not the case for Parampita Paramatma. And how that Shri Krishna explains further. For us, he has mentioned that this Chatur Varna is created by me, and everything you are getting as a result of your own guna and karma. But your karma also becomes a bandhan for you. But for Shri Krishna, how is his karma? His karma does not become a binding for him. Why and how? Shri Krishna continues that description further. He says, Namang karmani limti name karma phale spraha iti mayo vijanati karma bhena sabadhyate. So, karma phale spraha. Here the first word that comes to our notice is the karma phala spraha. Namang karmani limpanti. Shri Krishna says, Namang karmani limpanti means what? All the karma that are being done by Shri Krishna himself, they do not affect him, they do not taint him. For us, our karma, whatever we are doing, is becoming a binding on us. For him, they do not become a binding. Why? His name karma phale spraha. The actions, why that is the reason why this is happening, because his he is not attached. His praha, his desire is not there towards the karma phala. Karma phala means the fruits of the action. If we are giving a donation, how do we give donation? We give the donation, and then that donor list mein naam aaya kya, we will see there are some magazines, some institutions which publish the list of the names of all donors after giving donations. In the earlier days, I remember we used to wait for that magazine to come and see whether the name has come that we have given. So anybody giving seva in the vote of thanks, has my name come? This is how our tasks are done. We are very attached to the karma phala, to the fruits of the action. But what Sri Krishna says, because I don't have any desires from my actions, he has created this entire Mahabharat Yuddha for what? So that the Pandavas get their rightful kingdom. What was he going to get out of that? Was there any political share decided? Nowadays, during elections, they will do this many seats. Our minister should get. हमारी party का minister होना चाहिए. That all this setting is done. ऐसा कुछ था श्री कृष्ण का? No, he has not done any setting like that. He is doing all this for what? Only dharma. Name karma phale spruha. He was not attached to any desire. He had nothing to get from that. So the people who understand this aspect of my karma. So this aspect that he's not affected by the karma phala. This aspect of Shri Krishna's karma, the person who understands, for them, what Shri Krishna says, iti mayo bhijanati karma bhir nasa padyate. For them, that this karma will not become a binding because they will start following me. So namam karmani limpanti, name karma phale spruha. Shri Krishna says, my karma is not a binding. I am not attached to the karma phala. At this moment, we should introspect what is the problem with us. For us, if we have to say something, our dharma, our karma is mentioning that I have to say a certain thing to somebody, like, just as a piece of guidance. No, you are going wrong. This is what we should be done. What we will think, if I say my relationship with him will be spoiled, all these things keep us entangled. The karma phala, we think about the fruit of the action and not about our dharma sometimes. So we are not very focused on what is right, what is wrong. We abstain from doing some dharma, so some karma, because of the fruits of the action. With the fear of the fruits of the action, we are excessively attached to the fruits, and that is the reason why our karma becomes our karma bandhan. What happens? This is Adi Shankaracharya has given a very beautiful cycle. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jathare shayanam. Iha samsare bahutustare, kripaya pare pahi murare. So, punarapi jananam, because we are so attached to the karma phala, again, this has happened. All these things are going to taint our mind. This person had said this to me, this person had cheated me, इसने मेरे साथ ऐसा किया वैसा किया. When we keep thinking about all these things, we bind ourselves with the karma and the karma phal, and they become the cause for our next birth. But for Shri Krishna, that is not the case, and that is why Shri Krishna, when he says bahuni me vyatitani janmani tava charjana, so when Shri Krishna has also had many births, we also have many births. Our janma becomes the binding for us. Our karma has become a binding for our janma. That is not the case for Parampita Paramatma. So this we had discussed in detail last session also. All these things, the one who understands, iti mayo bhijanati karma bhirna sabadhyate. If one performs the actions with such a discernment, with such a detachment, if we are able to perform such our actions, then the impact will be that these actions will not affect us. That is how we have to take this in mind. Keeping this, now, once Shri Krishna has said that this is how the task has to be done, and he further explains that many people have done this. Iti mai yogi janati, those who understand, for them the karma will not become a bandhan. And knowing this, many people have actually become liberated. That he explains in the next slok. What he says, evainchnyatva kritam karma purvairapi mumukshubhihi kuru karmaiva tasmat tvam purvaih purvatarham kritam. We see when students are studying, they are nowadays, so I don't know, every people score so much, but in our olden days, when I was in my 10th 12th, the person who used to top the board exams, they used to take interviews, and he used to tell how he has studied. The toppers used to tell how they have studied throughout the year, and we used to listen to all those things and try to manage our studies accordingly. People will tell, this is how we have studied and this has resulted in my success. We look at what the successful people and try to follow them, so that we can also succeed. Those who have succeeded by following Sri Krishna, about them Sri Krishna says that they have understood this principle. This principle about name karma phale spruha, they have understood that principle. Even jnatva, they have understood that principle, and what they did, jnatva kritam karma, they did their karma according to this. So, evam, here the word evam refers to this. What is that this? It is in the previous shlok, in the 14th shlok. So, having understood my way of karma, the mumukshu, Who are the mumukshu? Those who want to get liberated, those who want to get free from this cycle of birth and death. They have purvairapi, they have also done this. And before this, purvai purvatarang kritam. This is not only a few generations, from many generations, from many generations. This technique people are trying to learn and free themselves from the impact of actions. They are doing the karma in this way, and purvai purvatarang, ancient and more ancient than that also people have done and got liberated. So what Shri Krishna says, tasmatvam, so you also do, tasmatvam karmaiva kuru. Tasmat, wherever this word tasmat comes, we have to become alert. In whichever shlok this word tasmat comes, we have to understand that Sri Krishna is giving an order. What you have to do, tasmat tvam karmaiva kuru. You do that kind of karma. What kind of karma? The one that has been done by your ancient people, purvai purvatarankritam. And how they have done? Eva jnatva. So reverse chronological order. So Shri Krishna says, you also do like that. But at the same time, one disclaimer he puts, that this is, he has very nicely, these next two shlokas, he himself admits that they have done and they have managed to attain this moksha. This is something very important. Eternally, historically, this has been a topic of confusion. How to do karma, what to do. This has been an historical issue. This has been a very old issue, but many people have got liberated. But this confusion comes for everybody. He's trying to soothe Arjun that you are not the only one who has got this confusion. This happens. किं कर्म किमकर्मेति कवयोऽप्यत्र मोहिताः तत्ते कर्म प्रवक्ष्यामि यज्ञात्वा मोक्षसे शुभात्. He says this is not new. This is an eternal confusion. Kavayah api atra mohitaha. Kavayah means what? It doesn't mean poet. We in Hindi, Marathi, all other language, we feel that kavi means poet. But kavi in Sanskrit actually means great sages, intelligent people. Great sages, the one extremely knowledgeable people were referred to as kavi. So kavayah api atra mohitaha. Mohitaha means they get confused, deluded. In what? Kim karma, kim akarmeti. Means kim karma, kim akarmaiti. What is karma? What is akarma? What should be done? What should not be done? What is it that I should pursue? Action. What is inaction? What is not to be done? This is a constant matter of contemplation for the intelligent ones, also for the knowledgeable people also. So what am I doing? Shri Krishna is saying what? Tatte karma pravakshami. That is why I am telling you what is karma. He is doing an introduction to what he is going to tell next, because this is a topic of eternal confusion. And Shri Krishna has mastered, he has an expertise about not getting entangled by karma. And because by following his way of doing karma, many people have attained liberation. This topic of entire confusion is something that many intelligent people also get confused about. So, tatte karma pravakshami yajñatva mokshase shubhat. What Shri Krishna is going to do? He says, I am going to tell you about what is karma. I will tell you about karma, knowing which mokshase shubhat, mokshase ashubhat, mokshase ashubhat. Ashubhat means from evil, from the ashuddhi, from all the ashuddhi, from all the evil, from all the ashubh. This way of karma is going to protect you. It is going to liberate you from all types of apavitrata, from all types of difficulties, from all the types of evil. So, what is it that we should know? Very importantly, Shri Krishna says, what is it that we should know? Karmano yapi bodhavyam bodhavyam cha vikarmanah akarmanascha bodhavyam gahana karmano gatihi. The moment I read this slok, the first entire attention goes to the fourth charan itself. Gahana karmano gatihi means what? Gahana. Gahana means very difficult, very, very difficult to understand. Now, when Sri Krishna says it is difficult to understand, what is difficult to understand? Gahana karmano gatihi. The gati means the path of this karma. This entire logic of karma is extremely difficult to understand. Now, when Sri Krishna himself is saying it is difficult to understand, हमारी तो क्या पात्रता है? What is our eligibility to understand? But for that, Sri Krishna comes to our rescue. We have to understand when such a thing comes, we have to say it is very difficult for us, but when Sri Krishna is there to take care of us, then everything is very clear. What he says, what is difficult to understand? Gahana karmano gati. The entire logic, the entire science of karma is very difficult to understand. And to understand this, there are three things that we should try to know. Which are the three things? Karma. Karmana, karmano hyapi bodhavyam. So first you have to understand what is karma. Now this is a very mysterious thing. This entire shlok. One thing that even Swamiji tells in his pravachans, and we also, when we read more number of books, we'll see that this interpretation of this this shlok varies in different books. It is a matter of continuous debate with different types of writer. We will see a very generic and most acceptable version that Adaraniya Jnaneshwar Maharaj says, and what even Swamiji tells, that what we are trying to understand in this particular shloka, to understand the gati of karma, are three words. One is karma, one is vikarma, and the third thing is akarma. So karma, very easy to know. Karmano hapi bodhavyam. Bodhavyam means what is worthy of knowing. Kartavya means what? What is worthy of doing. Whenever this tavya pratyay is used, kartavya means worthy of doing. Like that, bodhavya means worthy of knowing. See, these words also we have to understand. Just knowing there is a worthy of knowing. It is, we should try to understand this. What are these three things? The first is karma. Karma, very easy. We all know anything that is being done by the means of our sense organs, man and indriya. That is karma. Our niyata karma, our regular duties is karma. Then vikarma. Now, this is where some differences come between the different writers or different people who have elaborated on this particular topic, and it comes because of this upasarga that has been used, that is vi. Because of this vi upasarga, some people say that it is viparita karma that has to be avoided. Some people say it is vishesha karma. That is the karma done in a very special way. Now, what we will go ahead with is what Jnaneshwar Maharaj says, because that is the excellent and most appropriate tippani done on Bhagavad Gita. And what Mauli says is that this is Vishesha karma. And in this context of Vishesh karma, both things are coming. Something that we should avoid, and something that is done. You are doing your karma in a special way with a special kind of devotion. But apart from all these things, the thing that Sri Krishna wants us to understand desperately is this third term, which is that third term, akarmanascha bodhavyam. Akarmana, akarma. This is the thing that Sri Krishna wants us to understand the most. That this akarma means no attachment with the karma, not expecting any karma while doing the karma. And even after this is done, he does not, akarma is a state where even after doing the karma, the karta doesn't remain related to the karma. How in the 18th chapter also you will learn this shlok, yasya nahang krato bhavo buddhir yasya na lipyate hatvapi saimallokan nahanti na nibadhyate. That even after doing that karma, he does not remain, he is not affected by the fruits of that karma. Why? Because he doesn't have the ego that I have done the karma. And he has done the karma under the order of someone, or he has done the karma as a part of his responsibility, and his intellect is not involved in that karma, and he remains free from that karma. There Sri Krishna has given an example. Hatva pisa imal loka nahantina nibadhyate. Even if such a person, and under that circumstance, even if he has hurt anybody, killed anybody, he does not get tainted. To understand this, let us take one example, very simple, that there are two people. One is the jallad in the courtroom, and suppose there is in the court case, the judge gives a judgment that such a person should be hanged, and the jallad goes and hangs and kills this person because the court has ordered. Has Will he be convicted of a murder? The jallad, will he be that hangman, will he be convicted of the murder? No, because it is his duty and he has done it as a part in that frame of the rules. He has done this. But if the same person goes and does that outside on the road, he finds someone and hangs it, he will be convicted of the murder, isn't it? In that case, because he is doing it out of personal revenge, out of a personal grudge, he becomes tainted with that karma. But the person whose intellect is not tainted, who is not keeping that ego of the being the doer, he remains unaffected by that karma. He is in the first case, the jallad, the hangman is not cannot be convicted because it is not something that he has done out of his own will. That is, it is not originating from a personal desire, and that is how this is a very important thing. This uh, word is very easy, but the entire thing is very confusing. Shri Krishna explains this concept further. What he says, karmanya karma yah pashyed akarmani cha karmayaham sabuddhiman manusheshu sayukta kritsna karma krit. Now the here karmanya karma paschet. Now here this is very important. Why we should try to understand this? The fourth charan is always the one for fourth, third, fourth charan are always the ones which provoke you to understand the shloka in a very nice way. Sabuddhiman manushyeshu sayukta kritsna karma krit. So a person who is intelligent, buddhiman, the person who is intelligent, the person who is buddhiman, they will have this kind of kritsna karma krit. They will have this kind of intellect. What kind of intellect, what kind of traits are told here? Here, for the third charan, first let's take first. Sabuddhiman manusheshu, the intelligent one, the knowledgeable person, is how Sayukta kritsna karma krit. He is a yukta. Sayukta. Yukta means what? Yogi. He is a yogi. Why he is a yogi? Because he is kritsna karma krit. So first we have seen the third charan. Shri Krishna is telling us about a category of people who are the sages, who are the saints of the greatest order, the most knowledgeable one. Shri Krishna says they are yukta, they are yogis. And why they are yogis? Because they are kritsna karma krit. They have completed they have mastered the way of doing work. They have mastered the entire action. Why? There is nothing left to do. Now, in this category of nothing left to do, there are four kinds of people. One category is they have lots left to do, yet they are not doing anything. They are also got nothing left to do. Another is there is lots left to do and some people are still trying to do. That is the second category. There is a third category. They have nothing left to do. They have achieved everything in their life, yet they are not doing anything. That is the third category. And there is a last category which Sri Krishna is talking about, is they have nothing left to do because they have completed and achieved everything they could have achieved by the means of sadhana, but are still doing their job. They are still doing the karma. The one who understand all these four states, and the category that Sri Krishna is talking about, kritsna karma krit, is this category. They have achieved everything by the means of mastering the karma yoga. They have understood my way of karma, and then now having done everything, there is nothing more left to do. Such people are how sayukta. To understand this, let us take a small example. Suppose we decide somebody wants to go on an official trip to some place. So the office has said that okay, now you go to say go to some city, Delhi, you go and complete this task. Now when the person decides that, okay, this is one day meeting, I have to do this meeting and then complete so many things, this entire task is of 10 hours. You complete that 10-hour work and come back the next day. Now this employee decides, okay, I have to do this, and he leaves. Now he is a very efficient employee, excellent employee, and this entire task of 8 hours he has managed to complete in 5 hours. And now, but ticket the next day ka hai, this is a ticket that is booked for return is of next day. So what has happened? He has completed all that he could do in 5 hours. The task that was required to be done in 10 hours, he has completed it in 5 hours, and now he has spare 5 hours left at his hand. He can do whatever he wants to do, isn't it? Now that employee, who he can either go for a movie and enjoy his life, or if he is a sattvic person like you all, he could go to that Akshardham temple in Delhi or some other temple, do some satsang or do some charity. Or he could just, depending on what his pravritti is, he will do the karma. But what he is doing in that 5 hours is not really important for the organization, because what was supposed to be done by him is already accomplished. He has already accomplished his task that he has gone for, and in that extra time, whatever he is doing, it is his wish that becomes his additional karma. In that, depending on the pravritti of the employee, he can be doing. That is how a yogi is. They have achieved what has to be done, and what is the time that they have extra. In that extra time, whether they do the sadhana or they don't do the sadhana, it is okay. Whether they are pursuing the path of niceness or not, it is okay. They can remain in that state of akarma. This is what Sri Krishna means when he says karmanya karma yah pashyet akarmani cha karmayah. So this is the state that Sri Krishna is talking about. They have already achieved. Now such a person, now what happens? A person who has already achieved it, this in short time, they are, by design you can say, by default, they are going to be sattvic people. A person who has completed the sadhana. What was the life of Jnaneshwar Maharaj? Few years he has completed this entire task. He has completed everything in few years, and everything is done. After that, what he did, he has told all sages to roam across the country. Namdev Maharaj, he sent him to the North India to spread the message of devotion, to spread the message of bhakti. He has given good messages. Such a person, Sant Samartha Ramdas Swami, he had achieved the sadhana at a very young age, because from a very young age he was doing a very tough meditation, very tough life as a sadhak. He has been living from the age of what? From the age of 8 and 9 years. Samartha Ramdas Swami ji has been doing very, very tough sadhana. He has achieved what he wanted at a very young age. The being an excellent sadhak, he has achieved everything. And then remaining time that he spent on this earth, he kept doing the social service. Whatever other extra things he has done, guiding Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and Sambhaji Maharaj, and all the seva that he has done, all that is additional. Whether he does it or not was not very required. Karmani akarmanaha. Karmanya karmayah pashyet akarmani cha karmayah. So even while not doing anything, now this is one thing. Seeing akarma in karma. This is karmani akarma. So this entire first two charan, let us see. This is karmanya karmayah pashyet akarmani cha karmana. There are two things. First part says saying akarma in karma. Karmani akarma means what? While doing the karma also, akarma is happening. This is easier to understand, that while doing our karma also, we see ourselves as a non-doer. When Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, he fought for Swaraj, he managed to get Swaraj, and when he was coronated, when he became the king, what he said, hey Raja, te Shamuchi Ichha, it is all God's kingdom. It is not my kingdom, all dedicated to God. So while doing the entire karma also, he completely detached from the karma. When Jnaneshwar Maharaj wrote the Jnaneshwari, he said, I am not having the caliber to say the Jnaneshwari, I am not having the caliber to talk about Bhagavad Gita. It is the grace of my Guru Nivrittinath Maharaj, with whose inspiration I am telling all this, talking on Bhagavad Gita. So that is when a person gets detached from the karma, it becomes karmani, akarma. And the second one is little difficult to understand. Akarmani karma. While not doing anything, also the karma is happening. How is this possible? Evaluation of our karma depends from our state of mind. Now here this akarmani karma, being able to see akarmani karma, this is a slightly difficult thing, but where we should understand how even without not doing anything, how the sun god is just this is a example of karmaniya karma. While doing everything also, he will say that nothing I am doing, but karmani this akarmani karma, just even while not doing anything, the karma is happening. That is a little more difficult thing to understand. For this, we have to understand the evaluation of our karma is done by the state of mind. What is our state of mind? We are where our mind is, where we are. So, like, so right now, even if we are sitting in the Vivechan, but our mind could be anywhere. It could be near the television room, it could be in the kitchen, it could be in the mall. Where our thoughts are, there we are. Where we are, tatraiva we are also. Wherever our man is, there we end up landing. So, depending on the intent behind our karma, we will be actually our the fruit will, the result will be decided. For example, a doctor, how what a doctor is doing, a doctor is also cutting the patient's body for the surgery. The murderer is also using the knife on the body, the doctor is also using the knife on the body. But in that case, what will be the intent behind the doctors using the knife and the murderer using his knife is different, isn't it? The intent matters the most. The intent of the doctor is to save the person's life. The intent of the criminal is to hurt the person. That is why the karma doesn't become a binding for the doctor, but it becomes a binding for the criminal. This is the difference between the two. This is going to make, even while doing the karma, the akarma is happening. That is this is the example of that. Even while, because our intent is shuddha, because our intent is shuddha, there is a different special type of puja that is told in our scriptures, that is the Manas Puja. Once Eknath Maharaj was asked by somebody that, I want to know the very simplest type of puja, very simple type of puja, you tell me that the least cost will be there, least amount of time and least amount of effort will be there. Eknath Maharaj is Eknath Maharaj. He said, okay, you do one thing, just close your eyes and just imagine that you are doing the puja with full dedication, but you have to think about this puja. And this person was very happy. He told that whatever puja has to be done, you have to imagine now you're doing the flowers, all these things you have to do, but your entire focus should be on Vitthal Bhagwan. This man agreed to what Eknath Maharaj told him, and he started doing the puja that way. Daily he started doing, and he liked it so much. He said this is very easy, and he became extremely dedicated to this Manas Puja. Every day with full dedication, he would close his eyes and assume that he's, offering the flowers to Vitthal Bhagwan. He's dressing up Vitthal Bhagwan. He's doing puja of Bhagwan. He's making navedya for Vitthal Bhagwan. And one day, while doing this puja, this devotee started enjoying this, and full dedication he did this puja, and he imagined that he is making kheer for Vitthal Bhagwan. Now, while doing that, he for a moment he thought, oh, that sugar I have put or not. He, in the mind only, while doing that Manas puja, he imagined, oh, I think I have not put sugar. And he just imagined that he's put sugar. All of a sudden, he remembered, no, he has put the sugar. And he tried to take his hand back. And in that moment, Vittal Bhagwan actually came and held his hand. Arey, dal do shakkar. And when he saw that Vittal Bhagwan has actually appeared in front of him, this devotee was so overwhelmed, and he held the feet of Vittal Bhagwan and completely dedicated. That is the importance of dedicated Manas Puja. Such a puja, when our mind is without doing the karma, also the power is such. Akarma, the actual puja, though he is not doing, even with the akarma, the karma is happening. Such high level of karma can happen if our mind is trained appropriately. Our mind is responsible for all different types of actions. Just by doing, see, every task that we do, we can do it in different ways. Dhanaja. Dhanaja means what? By the wealth that we have. Dhanaja, originating from the wealth. It can be Tanuja. Tanuja means what? By the body. It can be Manasaja, Manas Puja that we spoke about. So, where our mind is, that is going to be the real direction of our task. So, this thing that we do with our mind is more real than the real puja. So ultimately, by trying to do the karma, by being in a state of akarma, that can become a key to what? To training our mind, to train our actions in the right direction. And for that, Sri Krishna gradually starts telling us about training our mind in the right direction. What is the root cause by which our mind is having that ego of being the doer? We have seen that karma phale spruha, Shri Krishna is name karma phale spruha when he says he is not attached to the desire. Why are we attached to the desire? Because of our untrained mind. And gradually, by the means of all these principles, he is taking us to a very important principle. What he says, Yasya sarve samarambha kama sankalpa varjitaha ज्ञानाग्निदग्ध कर्माणं तमाहुः panditam buddhaha. Yasya sarve samarambha. All the tasks that we are doing are happening because of what? All the tasks are originating because of what? Kama sankalpa. Kama sankalpa. We do everything as a part of our desire. We are in this Learngeeta classes because we had a desire to learn Bhagavad Gita. Somebody is going in the mall and purchasing lot of things for themselves because they are attracting him. And what is sankalpa? Kam and sankalpa, very closely interrelated. Kam is desire. But where is the desire originating from? It originates from sankalpa. What is sankalpa? The meaning of this word sankalpa is samyak tvena kalpanam iti sankalpa. Samyak tvena kalpanam means what? The moment we see something nice, we go to a mall and see, oh wow, what a beautiful sari. And the moment I say that, that comment comes from my mind, oh wow, wow, beautiful. That is samyak tvena kalpanam. The moment this comment comes, then what happens? The desire comes. I should own it, isn't it? Then that desire originates. So, because of this sankalpa, these comments coming within our mind, and then these results in what? Desires. These are the cause of origin for all our actions. So our actions are originating from what? From kam and sankalpa. But for the great people, for the pandita, for the buddha, tabahu pandita buddha, the pandit, the intelligent ones, for them, their actions are not uh, originating from kama sankalpa. How are their action? Kama sankalpa varjitaha. Varjitaha means devoid of. They are free from any kam and sankalpa. So for them, what happens? These desires do not originate. These desires, these actions of oh, wow, this is so nice. They are not originating. In whom? In the intelligent, in the knowledgeable people. Why? Because dhyanagni dagdha karmanan. This is very important. We are getting. I understand the time is little less, but understand this with full devotion. These few shlokas, Jnanagni Dagdha Karmana means what? Their intellect, jnana, their knowledge is their desires are roasted in knowledge. This is the literal meaning. Jnanagni Dagdha Karmanam. To understand this, understand one very important thing. When we throw seeds in a farm, in the farm, if you just throw the seeds, the plants are going to come. There are small saplings which are going to grow. But now, if you roast these seeds, if you completely roast them, heat them and roast them, what is going to happen? They are going to get they're going to all dry up, and of these roasted dried seeds, if you throw in the soil, are the plants going to come? The plants will not grow. If the roasted seeds are thrown in the farm, the saplings are not going to grow. Similarly, any action which is soaked or which is nourished by knowledge, jnana agni dagdha karmanam, any action which is done, which is roasted. It's the root, the word used here is Agni Dagda, the roasted in knowledge. When our actions are backed by knowledge, when our actions are supported by knowledge, then they will not be giving any fruits of the action. Any fruits, just like how the plants will not grow with the, if they are coming from the roasted seeds, our karma, our karma will not result in any actions. And that is where the name of the chapter gets its, this is the origin for the name of this chapter, Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. This is the name of the chapter, isn't it? So the karma sannyas, we should not get impacted by our karma. That karma sannyas we get owing to the knowledge. That knowledge is what we are trying to attain through the means of this chapter, and hence the name of this chapter. This originates from this particular word, Jnanagni Dagdha Karmanam Tamaho Panditam Buddhaha. The people who do the karma in such a way that the karma are roasted, are dried up in the knowledge, they will not result in any karma phal, and they can attain the liberation. Such is the might of the might of the pandita. Pandita means the intelligent one. How are their karma? Tyaktva karma phala sanghan nitya tripto nirashrayah karmanyabhipravrittopi naiva kinchit karoti saha. Such a person, karma phala sanghan tyaktva, they do not have any attachment towards the karma phala. They are not attached. Sangha means attachment. Because they are not attached to the karma phala, they are how? They are nitya trupta. Because I don't expect anything from anybody. Then there is no level of dissatisfaction that a person will ever have. For instance, if I'm grooming my children and if I keep thinking that when they grow up, they will take care of me. They'll grow up, they'll take care of me. Only with that thought, if we keep grooming their children in the old age, little disappointment that happens is going to affect us deeply. But if we don't keep any set of expectations from them, we will be nitya tripta. When no expectations, nitya tripta means always satisfied. And nirashrayah, our happiness will not depend on anyone. Such a person, सह कर्मण्य विप्रवृत्तोपि नैव किंचित करोति सह. Such a person, when they are doing abhipravrittaha, means the word here is karmani abhipravrittaha, means the one people who are engaged in action with this kind of attitude, they will be, even after doing everything, they are not actually doing anything, means they are not actually getting involved in anything, means they will not be affected by their karma. This is how this is the very important thing about being able to do the karma in a perfect way. And for such a people, just because these two shlokas are very much related to each other, for such a people, such a pandit, such a person who is, even after doing all the actions, is not engaged in any action, for such the traits that are mentioned, that characteristics that are mentioned are Nirashiryata Chittatma. How is his Atma? How is his internal state of mind? Nirashihi. Nirashiryata Chittatma Tyakta Sarva Parigraha Sharirang Kevalang Karma Kurvannapnoti Kilvisham. How is his karma? Nirashihi, means without any desire, without any hope, without any expectation. They do not have any expectation. Yata chitta atma. So not having expectation from mouth, if we say, I don't have any expectation, I don't have any expectation, but within there could be an expectation. Shri Krishna says, from within there is no expectation, there is no such desire. These people have a very beautiful control over themselves, that their expectations do not come from the root itself. And then very important word is Tyakta Sarva Parigraha. Very important characteristic. What is the meaning of Parigraha? Means Sangraha. We keep accumulating. We also accumulate so many things in the house. Just in the house, imagine so much things whether we need or not, and then the one festival of Diwali comes and then we say, Arey, we had this also, Arey, ye bhi tha mere ghar mein. And then this, we keep discarding all these things. This is the state of our mind also. In the mind also we have lot of parigraha, we have lot of emotions, we have lot of unwanted, unimportant the thoughts attached in our mind also. What Sri Krishna says, the person who do the karma in this particular way, in the way that they get liberated, they have abandoned all parigraha. Tyakta sarva parigraha. Not only this is not talking about the external parigraha, not external accumulation, internal accumulation of things. The best example of aparigraha means of detachment, is the mirror. When you look at a mirror, how it is when you look at a mirror, when you are looking, it is completely involved, it is just showing your reflection. The moment you move away, the reflection is gone. The internal state of the mind of such intelligent, wise people is like that of a mirror. Everything is just reflected back. They do not let anything percolate. We are like a sponge. Everything that we listen, we absorb and we soak it deeply. With just touch of water, everything gets accumulated in the sponge. Our minds of normal people are like a sponge. But the internal state, yata chittatma, their atma, their chitta, is like how? Is like a mirror, where they do not hold any parigraha, they do not accumulate any emotions, or they do not let anything enter their inner self. For such a person, Sharirang Kevalang Karma, they are doing the work only by this body. But and they are only doing the effort by the body, there nothing is actually affecting their mindset, and no karma will get accumulated. Kurvanna apnoti kilvisham. Having done everything also, they will not accumulate or incur any sin. Kilvisham means sin. For when the task is done in such a way, without accumulating any emotions around that task, with complete detachment from that task, then we will not accumulate any sins or any fruits for that matter, and they are going to result in what? Going to be the liberating factor for all of us. This is the key to the liberation. And further, Sri Krishna will tell us about how these characteristics are. He has elaborated in the next slok also, but that we will see from the next session. I wanted to complete one more slok, but it's okay. We will take it from the next session. With that, I offer this entire discussion at the lotus feet of Parampuja Gurudev and Sri Krishna, with whose blessings we all are getting to contemplate upon, to think upon these beautiful shlokas, and also get an opportunity to introspect ourselves. May Parampuja Gurudev and Sri Krishna bless us with the right wisdom to be able to roast all our karma. Let us all bow down to Krishna together. Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Om Tat Sat. Shri Gurave Namaha. Thank you everybody for the patient listening, and sorry about the time, but
Thank you very much, Didi, for your inner depth knowledge to us. And I would like to ask others any queries or any questions. So please raise your hands and Didi will give reply to you. Thank you very much.
जय श्री कृष्ण। अमर भैया प्रणाम।
जय श्री कृष्णा दीदी।
श्री कृष्ण।
शारदा राव जी, आपने बहुत सही विवेचन दिया, बहुत डेप्थ में दिया।
थैंक यू।
एक्चुअली एक ही क्वेश्चन था कि हाउ टू कृष्णा मतलब कर्म कैसे अर्पण करना,
कर्म
कोई भी
कैसे
अपन
अर्पण,
कर्म
हाँ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन। कर्म कैसे अर्पण करना, बिकॉज हमको मुख से तो करना आता है, वी डू इट बाय स्पीच, बट फ्रॉम द हार्ट हाउ डू वी डू? फॉर दैट ओनली श्री कृष्ण ऑल दीस नेक्स्ट फ्यू श्लोकास दैट वी आर गोइंग टू सी नाउ, टिल नाउ वी हैव सीन द इम्पोर्टेंस। आपको, आपका प्रश्न हिंदी में है, मैं उत्तर अंग्रेजी में दूं तो चलेगा आपको?
कोई नो वरी।
ओके, थैंक यू। बिकॉज इंग्लिश विवेचन है इसीलिए, अन्यथा दोनों भी लैंग्वेज में देंगे। तो स्टिल नाउ व्हाट वी हैव सीन इज द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ offering the karma to God. Actually, here for now, Sri Krishna has not told about offering the karma to God. Till now, he has only spoken about detaching ourselves from the karma phala. This, for this, what are the characteristics required to understand this? When Shri Krishna says purvai purva tarang kritam, we have to see how the people who have offered their karma, how their lives have been. We see the life of Shivaji Maharaj, we see the life of Jnaneshwar Maharaj, we see the life of other people and understand their traits, which we are exploring from the 21st shloka. Nirashiriyata chittatma tyakta sarva parigraha. In the further shlokas, you are going to see गत संगस्य यदृच्छालाभ संतुष्टो द्वंद्वातीतो विमत्सरः तमसिद्धावसिद्धौ च कृत्वापि न निबध्यते गत संगस्य मुक्तस्य. The shlokas that we are going to see further are the traits of the people who have detached themselves from the karma. When we understand these traits, then we try to get these traits within us. When these characteristics we get in our lives, gradually we will also be able to detach ourselves from the karma. And this, to reinforce that thought, at the same time, along with understanding these shlokas, we should simultaneously examine the life of great people like Bal Gangadhar Ji Tilak. Recently, it was his Janma Tithi, birth anniversary on 23rd of July. And if we see his Jeevani, how detached these people were. See the life of Veer Savarkar Ji, see the life of these great people. When we see their lives and introspect, and then understand these shlokas and apply these principles, see how they have applied these principles in their lives, Purvai Purvataram Kritam, we will understand this gradually and step by step. We will be applying it in our lives also. See, when we proceed further in this chapter, I am going to talk about it, but just because you have asked, every day before sleeping, just see which is that one karma I have done selflessly, जिसके बारे में मुझे ना मैंने किसी को बताया है ना किया है, and I have not done it for myself. Daily one small karma, one Gita class we have taken without keeping any ego, that becomes one selfless act you do every day. Gradually, slowly, it becomes a practice. So there are many steps together. I have told everything, but in next shlokas, gradually we will discuss each of these points one by one in more detail also.
ओके दीदी, जय श्री कृष्ण। थैंक यू।
जय श्री कृष्ण। थैंक यू। कमला दीदी प्रणाम। जय श्री कृष्ण।
जय श्री कृष्ण दीदी,
जय श्री कृष्ण।
आपका बहुत ही अच्छा विवेचन है, इसके लिए मैं आपको सादर नमन करते हुए
एक तो विवेचन मेरा नहीं है, विवेचन तो गीता परिवार का है। एंड
नहीं,
दूसरा
बहुत
जो
अच्छा
भी मैं
लगता है,
बोल रही हूँ
बहुत
उसके लिए सिर्फ स्वामी जी की ही कृपा है, स्वामी जी की ही वजह से जो भी है
हम
निकलता
अच्छे से
है।
समझ जाते
बोलती
हैं,
हूँ ये
आप
भी बोलना गलत है।
अच्छी तरह से समझाते हो कि हमें बहुत अच्छा लगता है, क्लास छोड़ने की इच्छा नहीं होती है। और एक प्रश्न है दीदी मेरा, निवेदन है, कर्म, अकर्म और विकर्म, ये तीनों मैं थोड़ा अच्छे से समझना चाहती हूँ।
सॉरी, एक्सट्रीमली सॉरी अबाउट दैट। कर्म अकर्म, ये आज का तो विषय ही सबसे महत्वपूर्ण यही था। कर्म वी ऑल नो, कर्म तो बहुत सरल है. जो हम करते हैं क्रिया है वही क्रिया और कर्म में थोड़ा सा अंतर है, पर कर्म basically the things that we are doing that are happening by our body, by our mind, everything, this is becoming the karma.
जी
Vikarma has two ways of interpretation. As I have in detail explained in the session. I don't know whether you were there. You can visit that part of the Vivechan on YouTube also. In short, I will tell you only for the sake of completion of this question. Vikarma has two interpretation, either Vishesha karma or Viparita karma. Both,
जी
Swamiji says, are fine. And both interpretations are fine. Viparit is something which should be avoided. Vishesha karma is karma which is meant for us in some particular paristhiti. It is required to be done. That kind of karma, any karma done with a special skill set, it is a Vishesha karma. And
जी
akarma is a state where though all the karma is happening by me, but I remain detached from that karma. That is the state of being of karma. Now, akarma also has two things. One type of akarma is while doing everything, the akarma is while doing everything also we remain in a state of akarma. Another state is where I am in a state of akarma, actually not doing anything, but all the karma is still happening. For instance,
जी
just imagine in a school, if that principal of the school comes, he is not doing anything, but immediately the children, if say it is a break time and children are playing around anywhere, just the principal comes and stands. Is he doing
जी
anything? He's not even saying go in your classes. The moment he stands, automatically everybody goes in their rooms and everything becomes disciplined. Akarmani cha karmaya. Without doing anything, also the karma gets done. This is akarmani karma. And without while doing everything, also being in a state of akarma, like we were talking about many people who are actually doing all the karma and still remaining detached from the karma. That is also a state of akarma. So akarma also comes in two ways. That is why pashat we have see karmanya karma ya pashed akarmani cha karma yaha. When we say these are the two
जी
categories of akarma. Okay, Didi?
जी जी थैंक यू
Thank you.
थैंक यू
Jai
वेरी
Shri
मच
Krishna. Thanks, Didi. Jai Shri
Arpana
Krishna.
Didi.
Arpana Didi. Jai Shri Krishna. Pranam to
Yes.
you.
Namaste, Didi,
Namaste, Jai Shri
and Jai Shri Krishna.
Krishna.
Didi, there is one word, Ishwar Pranidhan, in Niyam, Yam, Niyam, Ashtang Yoga.
Which
Ishwar
word
Pranidhan.
is, I can't hear. Which niyam, which yam and niyam? What did she say?
There is one word, Ishwar Pranidhanani.
Pranidhan. Ishwar Pranidhan.
Yes, Ishwar Pranidhan. Yes. In Niyam it is, Didi. In Ashtang Yoga, Yam, Niyam. There is a part. So I wanted to know that it is said, na, whatever you do, whatever karma you do, and then you offer to God, to the Lord.
Yes.
So karma is both, right, Didi? Right, wrong also, and good karma also. So we have to offer only good karma on the feet of
Obviously,
Lord.
because see, basically, when we say we are offering the karma to Lord, if you are doing the prasad and you have made two types of prasad, suppose one prasad gets spoiled and the other remains good, are you going to offer the spoiled prasad to God? No, right? We will
Yes,
only
Didi,
offer
right.
the good karma.
But
Right?
it is also said, na, what I am doing, it may be good for me, but it may be bad for you. But what it means, everyone has their own perception.
No. What is the karma? If it is good for you and bad for you, means it is going to come with a karma phal which is going to affect you. If we are doing something which is bad for somebody else, if it is not a sarva bhuta hite rataha type of a karma, then that karma is not in the category of a pavitra karma by and large. See, there could be different exceptions to it. A mother is shouting at the child for the benefit of the child. Now that shouting might not be. Sometimes the role has demanded it. So in that case, it is a different matter altogether. So there, that karma phal is not going to be there. But if there is something we have done which we feel it is good for us and it is going to be harmful for others, it is done with a desire. It is not a karma done with a not the kama sankalpa varjitaha, the category that we thought, which is devoid of desires and sankalpa. It is not a task of that tongue. It is going to have the repercussions on you. You do, you offer, whatever you do in that situation also, but you are bounded by that karma. The person gets binded by the karma. See, Guna Karma Vibhagashah, when Sri Krishna has said, it is not for himself, whatever karma we are doing, and no matter whether we offer to him, he doesn't need our karma basically. It is for our own benefit that we are offering. And we have to do the karma in that way, because even if we are offering, कर्म फल तो हमारे पास अदरवाइज रहने ही वाला है. Only when we detach ourselves from the karma phala, then only the matter is a different matter altogether. But we are never able to do, because already we are keeping this distinction that ये कर्म अच्छा है कि बुरा है, अच्छा है तो उनको देता हूँ, बुरा है तो मेरे पास रखता हूँ. When we start this distinction, means we are already not able to hand over everything completely. Right? So
And
that
how we will understand that we have offered that karma to God? Suppose I am just doing puja.
If we are thinking about the karma again and again, then means it is not offered to God. If I have done a karma and I'm still thinking कि अच्छा मैंने तो ऑफर कर दिया है, but इसका क्या हुआ आगे? The moment we see that इसका आगे क्या हुआ, means it is not offered to God. When we completely forget about it, कर दिया, वो बोलते हैं ना in हिंदी वो है नेकी कर और दरिया में डाल. That दरिया में डाल is the actual thing, that when we don't think about it, when we don't mention about it, when we completely forget about any good deed that we have done, it is actually offered to the God.
So Didi, when we are doing puja, that time our mind should not be occupied. Means how to offer God. Means भगवान मैंने आज ये किया, मैं आपको ये अर्पण करती हूँ. क्या इस तरह से कहा जाता है? मतलब कैसे?
कहने की आवश्यकता ही क्या है? अगर आपने उसको मन से अर्पण कर दिया तो वाणी से अर्पण करने की बात ही नहीं आती है. मन से अर्पण करिए. सबसे प्रथम तो इम्पोर्टेंट हमारा मन ही होता है.
Didi, I want to ask that who the person who is thief or he is a murderer, whatever he is, who doing bad thing, huh? So he also does puja. He also go in front of God and doing all these things, huh? So, Miss, what will happen to him in the future? Is he going to be all right sometime?
No. See, ये बात ही गलत है, क्योंकि anybody who is doing sins is basically not a devotee from the core. उसको ये अक्ल ही नहीं रहेगी कि मुझे कर्म को ऑफर करना है, क्या है उसके, वो चीज को मतलब ही नहीं है. It is all depending on the गुण also, no दीदी. The person who is a criminal, उसका गुण भी तो देखिए. केवल हम कर्मों की भी जो बात कर रहे हैं, the karma he will not be able to do only for that. उसके वो हमारे सिलेक्टिव ऐसा ये नहीं रहेगा, आपको वो बेयर तो करना ही है. ध्रुव also when he got that entire पूरे विष्णु भगवान खुद आ गए दर्शन देने. What he has said that whatever पुण्य संचय you have done in the past, because of that तुमको ये भोगना ही पड़ेगा. राज्य आपको भोग के ही मुक्ति मिलेगी. You cannot come with me like this to वैकुंठ. आपको अच्छे कर्मों को भी भुगतना है, आपको बुरे कर्मों को भी भुगतना है. ये तो है ही. अब ऐसे सिलेक्टिव this is really, I mean this way of thinking only is. And another thing is when we are doing the karma puja, karma को आप third chapter पढ़िए to get all these things clarified. In the third chapter we say karma is offered like a puja to God. जब हम पूजा करते हैं, हम भगवान को सबसे सुंदर पुष्प अर्पण करते हैं. If you have a plate of flowers, automatically, even if subconsciously I'm offering the flowers to God, hand automatically goes to the best flower. So somebody who is doing the puja from the depth of the heart, he will offer only the best to the God. He will always do the best to the God. कोई जाके गंदे फूल लाके कोई पूजा करेगा क्या कभी? तो वो पूजा ही नहीं हुई ना. ऐसे कर्म अर्पण किए मतलब वो पूजा ही नहीं है. We give the best to the God always. हम लोग भोग भी चढ़ाते हैं, पंच पकवानों का भोग चढ़ाते हैं. सबसे अच्छा खाना जो घर में बन सकता है वो नवरात्रि में बना के चढ़ाएंगे. Not what is so this thought only is not right. This cannot become an offering at all. This is not offerable. When it is not offerable, then why are you offering it? Okay. Jai Shri Krishna, Didi.
Yes,
I
Didi.
hope.
Thank you, Didi.
Okay ना?
Okay, thank
And
you.
बाकियों की चिंता मत करिए, आप मस्त हैं, आप मत
हाँ
करिए.
ऐसे तो बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन दीदी
आते
मतलब
हैं, which is
पास
very
हो गया
natural.
ऑब्वियसली
Obviously, it is very natural. और आने भी
Natural.
चाहिए. उसके बिना
हाँ
बस वो प्रश्न तक ही सीमित रहे, उससे हमारे मन में चिंताएं ना आ जाएं बस.
हाँ मैं क्या देखती हूँ, मैं मतलब मंदिर जाती हूँ, मुझे वो थोड़ा सा वो नहीं अच्छा लगता है। मतलब जैसे लोग प्रसाद लाते हैं, ठीक है, तो वो प्रसाद वो चढ़ा उनको लगता है कि मेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी थी, आई हैव डन माई रिस्पॉन्स, आई एम नॉट टेलिंग टू एनीवन पर्सनल, मतलब आई हैव डन माई रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, आई ऑफर्ड पूजा, मैं चढ़ा दिया, एंड दे गो अवे फ्रॉम देयर। द अदर पर्सन कम, उनके पैर के नीचे आ गया, वो तुरंत उसके जस्ट बाद ही वो पूरी
तो
चढ़ाया
जिसके
जो।
पैर के नीचे आएगा उसको तो पाप लगेगा ही, उसको तो
हम्म,
लगेगा ही. Because people who are walking should be careful. Simple. तो अन्न है, अन्न पर ब्रह्म. इसी पे in this chapter only we will say Brahmarpanam Brahmavir, how it is all this is Brahma Tattva. Okay, we will see that. Okay, but all these
Thank you.
things are
हम्म,
कहना कर्मणो गति, complicated है.
हाँ कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, राइट।
जी.
थैंक यू सो मच
सोना
दीदी
दीदी,
फॉर योर टाइम।
थैंक यू. जय श्री कृष्ण. सोना दीदी, जय श्री कृष्ण.
जगदीश भैया, नहीं जगदीश भैया दीदी।
अच्छा.
दीदी जी प्रणाम, जय
जय
श्री
श्री
कृष्ण।
कृष्ण. जय श्री कृष्ण. प्रणाम भैया.
Expectationless karma is quite difficult. So also detachment from the karma is another zone of difficulty.
I completely agree.
My point is, I'm a new sadhak. How can I get into that? That detachment. How can I practice that?
Anything which is
My point is, I'm a father. I do karma for my family members, like my son or daughter, and I have some expectation from them. Whether my expectation is right or wrong, that is my question.
See, first you have only answered your own question. If you listen to your question very carefully, you have first thing we have said it is very difficult, and then you said that practice की word आप ही के प्रश्न में आ गया. Anything which is very difficult to achieve, we can achieve it only by practice. Only by abhyas, when even abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihiyate. He has said this in the previous chapter. You will see this abhyasena tu kaunteya. All this is going to come only by practice. अभ्यास का मतलब study नहीं है यहाँ पे. It means practice. Doing the same thing again and again. That is abhyas. And the important parameter he has added to abhyas is vairagyena. वैराग्य means the detachment. Detachment and detachment का भी बहुत अभ्यास करना पड़ता है. So just to not having expectations, we having expectations from our children basically is going to make you fall short of your effort. Because हम लोग अगर कोई चीज पे सोचते हैं कि हाँ इस पे मुझे इनसे कुछ रिटर्न चाहिए, then our effort also gets affected. कहीं उन्होंने कुछ छोटा मोटा बोल दिया, so our emotions get affected, our parenting gets affected. Instead of that, if we say with full dedication, I just want them to be good human beings, by default all your worries of old age are going to be sorted, because you have groomed up good children. You have groomed up children in such a way that they are going to take care not only of you to the entire society. उन्हें बढ़िया संस्कार दे दीजिए. Your task is done. अनपेक्ष रहित संस्कार दीजिए. Then only you, when we do that, then there is absolutely no tension that you will have. वो करेंगे ही आपका, ये चिंता ही रहेगी नहीं. This will become, ये we will say नित्य तृप्तो निराश्रयः. When a person is doing things with no expectations, they will be nitya tripta nirashraya. That will become our state. If because we are expecting and we are worrying whether my efforts that I am taking for my children, whether they will reap the fruits or not, that worry is causing you problem. If we become nirashi, nirashiryata chittatma tyakta sarva parigraha sharirang kevalam karma. When we are just doing our job and we become nirashihi, then we are always going to be nitya tripta. We are going to be always happy. Tyakta sarva karma, always we will be happy. You will give the best to your children, and then it is their karma also, no bhaiya. What they do in the old age, उनका भी तो अपना कर्म है. उनको ये सारा ज्ञान दे दीजिए, वो गलत होंगे ही नहीं. So we have to do everything in the idealistic way. उसके बाद भी कुछ हुआ तो वो उनका कर्म है, अपना कर्म है समझ के छोड़ देना है. But these two things are important. To be able to come to a state like that, we need two things: abhyas and vairagya. Gradually, now vairagya is not only by mouth. अब मैंने वैराग्य ले लिया, I will not do anything for you, not like that. But that is the detachment from mind, that I am doing my job. Hopefully, they will also do their job. Does that answer your question?
Similarly, Didi, I'm the head of the office, and I do expect some work from the subordinates, and I entrust a work, but he or she didn't comply to it. Then at times I lose my temper and scold him. That is also bad.
No, what your office requires you to do. अभी पुलिस वाला बोलेगा कि मुझे गुस्सा नहीं होना है वो चोर पे, ऐसा कैसा चलेगा? If your job demands that, this is what we are saying ना, that hangman जो we were talking about in the court, उसका काम ही है. अब वो बोलेगा मैं तो अहिंसावादी हूँ, I will not hang this culprit, चलेगा क्या? What your niyata karma requires you to do, it has to be done. What your niyata karma requires, I think there is some network problem at Jagdish Bhaiya's end, but I hope he can listen to this part of the discussion on YouTube. Whatever your niyata karma requires you to do, that should be done. That's anything done under the perspective of niyata karma, compulsorily under the niyata karma, will not count as a sin. That is what Jagdish Bhaiya's answer. His network got disabled, but ours is there, no? So I completed the answer. He can watch on YouTube. Ji Sona Didi, Jai Shri Krishna.
Namaste, Didiji.
Namaste.
I wholly and solely enjoyed the Vivechan. Thank you for the nice Vivechan. Didi, mera ek question hai. See, Manas Puja, you were talking about Manas Puja. I do puja every day. I grow flowers. I take the same flowers, everything. But my son is in US, so when I go there, I miss all this. So thank you very much for talking about Manas Puja. So I'll try to do it when I go there.
Yes, definitely.
That is one.
This is Mana, because you are talking about it. Manas Puja ke baare mein Swamiji ne bhi, in one of the shivers that we had attended, he had told last year when we had his birthday celebration, 75th birthday, हम लोग रोज तो आनंदी नहीं जा सकते हैं. We cannot go to our तीर्थ क्षेत्र every day. तो तीर्थ क्षेत्र में मन से जाके आ जाए हमेशा. So that will also be very punyadayi. So this is
like, yes, I believe in Raghavendra Swamiji. So whenever I do namaskar,
so
I think I am in Mantralaya and I
and this is a very important part of dhyan also. The dhyan of God we should do on the 4 parameters: नाम, रूप, तीर्थ और ईश्वर का नाम, रूप, धाम और उनके गुणों का, उनकी कथाओं का चिंतन. All these 4 are the means of doing the dhyan of Ishwar. So by this type of chintan, we can definitely offer our worship to God.
Even if I'm not able to offer so much time as I offer here also,
okay.
At least I can do little.
You can
then
do.
Didi, out of the Gita, I have one question. Can I ask you?
Out of Gita, I will try, but I cannot assure whether I will be answering it or not.
No, I think you will be able to answer me because in this Narayana and Lakshmi Hridaya, there is one thing always I get a doubt. See, in this Ajnana Hantri Trivunatirikta Pragnana Netre Bhavasu Prasanna, it comes. Then in one more place, Mameva Jivhagra Suranga Nartaki Bhava Prasanna Vadane Chameshri. So what is the difference between Bhavasu Prasanna and Bhava Prasanna? I want it.
I think beyond the scope of this, we can check about it later. Here I think I will keep it restricted to the Bhagavad Gita only.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Jai Shri Krishna.
Okay, thank you.
Chitrakul Nandani Di, Jai Shri Krishna. Pranam to you.
Think.
Jai Shri Krishna, Didi. जय श्री कृष्णा दीदी।
जय श्री कृष्ण। प्रणाम दीदी।
आपके विवेचन तो बहुत ही सुंदर है, मैं कंटिन्यूअसली सुन रही हूँ अच्छे से। अभी किसी के प्रश्न पूछने से ही मेरे प्रश्नों के उत्तर भी मिल रहे हैं। मुझे सिर्फ यह पूछना है कि हम पवित्र स्थानों की यात्रा नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, तो ये इससे क्या होगा? मतलब अभी जो ये गीता पाठ पठन कर रहे हैं यही काफी है।
हाँ देखिए, वही हम लोगों ने थोड़ी देर पहले भी बात कही, वी स्पोक अबाउट इट, दैट पवित्र स्थानों पे हम जा नहीं पा रहे, तीर्थ क्षेत्रों में जा नहीं पा रहे हैं, तो तीर्थ क्षेत्रों का ध्यान करें। Imagine that you are already there. Feel that you are. When we are doing bath also, there is a shlok in our, as per our scriptures, it's a part of our dincharya, what we should do. Gange cha Yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati. We call all the, we cannot go to all the tirthas and take the dip in these. So what we say ki Jalis means anything kuru. You all come in this water. एंड मैं उसी तीर्थों से नहा रहा हूँ, ऐसे हम मानस प्रार्थना करते हैं. वी डू दैट मानस प्रार्थना every day we have to do, right? So this shlok we chant. What is that shlok? It is the same practice. These small things we should also tell to our next generation, that while taking a bath, when we are saying this particular shlok, then we are actually taking a bath in those tirtha sthalas. This is the same logic. We are not able to go. I am not able to go to Arandi every day. I am not able to go stay at Rishikesh beyond a 1 week. So what we will do, we just do the Manas Puja, do the Manas Chintan, Manas Dhyan of that place, and we are where our mind is. This is the Vakya from our scriptures. We are where our mind is. So they obviously, if we are where my mind comes in two ways. If I'm thinking about Tirtha Kshetra, I am at the Tirtha Kshetra. If sitting in a temple, I'm thinking about what movie is going on in the theater beside me, then being in the temple is of also no use. So in both ways, that statement holds true. So by Manas Puja, by your mental capacity, we should be able to achieve whatever we can do. That is
तो
also
मेरा
ग्राह्य
ये
है.
विचार है कि घर ही मेरा मंदिर है और जो मैं जो सेवा कर रही हूँ वही भगवान की
Yes,
पूजा है।
that is the highest tapasya. This is the highest karma योग. यही तो श्री कृष्ण ने भगवत गीता में लिखा है, वही तो बोला है.
और रोज सवेरे जब प्रार्थना करती हूँ तो सब कर्म भगवान को अर्पण करके,
बस बढ़िया, उत्तम है. और क्या है, उत्तम. यही तो करना है हमको, यही करते रहिए. May all of us continue our journey on this path of karma yoga. May it be backed with the right knowledge and may we all flourish.
दीदी एक पर्सनल मतलब आपके बारे में, आप हैदराबाद में रहती हो?
हाँ, मैं भाग्यनगर में हूँ जी.
तो मैं भी हैदराबाद से हूँ.
अरे वाह, बहुत
तो क्या
सुंदर.
मैं कभी मिल सकती हूँ क्या आपसे?
आप गीता परिवार, भाग्यनगर के गीता परिवार से जुड़ जाइए. संयोग से मैं गीता परिवार भाग्यनगर की फिलहाल अभी के लिए अध्यक्षा भी हूँ, तो कार्यक्रम हमारे बहुत होते रहते हैं, वहाँ पे अवश्य ही मिल पाएंगे. तो
ये
प्लीज.
कार्यक्रम कहाँ होते हैं?
हाँ, आई एम सेंडिंग यू माई नंबर ऑन अ पर्सनल चैट. तो आप मुझे मैसेज करिए, या फिर हमारे भाग्यनगर के बहुत कार्यकर्ता हैं, आप किसी से भी जुड़ जाएंगे.
तो मैंने लास्ट विवेचन में सुना था कि आप भाग्यनगर से हो करके.
हाँ ठीक है, तो मैं
तो
आपको
इसलिए
नंबर
मैंने
दे
सोचा
रही
आपसे
हूँ.
नंबर ले लूं.
हाँ, आप हमारे भाग्यनगर के ग्रुप से जुड़ जाइए, गीता परिवार के भाग्यनगर के ग्रुप से. मेरे से भी अच्छे अच्छे कार्यकर्ता आपको बहुत सारे मिलेंगे. बहुत बड़ा परिवार है हमारा गीता परिवार भाग्यनगर का. जी, आपका स्वागत.
शायद मैंने नोट नहीं किया दीदी.
I have sent you personally, Nini. Otherwise, you tell your tech or faculty member to contact me. I will give it through them. Okay?
अभी ग्रुप में नंबर भेजूं मैं?
नहीं, आप अपना नंबर भेज दीजिए, वो ज्यादा अच्छा.
हाँ.
ठीक. जय श्री कृष्ण. प्रणाम दीदी.
जय श्री कृष्ण दीदी. धन्यवाद आपका टाइम देने.
थैंक यू.
Jai Shri Krishna. So we are going to closing our vivachan at here, and we are moving forward. But Didi has said one verse for all karma. Man changa to kothoti mein ganga. See, we believe in that. So we are going move forward, and as you know that our new L1 batch is starting from 5th September. So please tell to your near and dear. So now I'm going to request for a Samapan Prarthana. She is from Hyderabad also, Basumati Rajan. She is a retired teacher. She is having a MA B.Ed degree, and she is doing seva in Gita Pariwar as a tech and group coordinator. She has joined in November 2023. So I am requesting to Basumati Rajan Didi for Prarthana. Please unmute yourself, Didi.
Yes.
योगेशं सच्चिदानन्दौ वासुदेवौ व्रजप्रियं धर्मसंस्थापकं वीरं कृष्णौ वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्रीकृष्णौ वन्दे जगद्गुरुं ॐ श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु.
Thank you very much. Jai Shri Krishna to all. Thank you very much, our backend team. Thank you very much, Shraddha Didi. Thank you very much, all of you. Without you, this Vivechan not be succeed. So once again, all of you, thank you very much. We will meet again in next session. So till then, we are listening Hanuman Chalisa. Then we'll depart. So thank you very much.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारि बरनउ रघुबर बिमल जसु जो दायक फलचारि बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र ध्वजा विराजय कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजय शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबेको आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबेको रसिया राम लखन सीता मन वसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिंहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर सहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही समभाई सहस बदन तुम रोज सगावै अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावै सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीना तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर पल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाहि दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज समारो आपै तीनों लोक हाकते कापै भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवै महावीर जब नाम सुनावै नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावै मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावै सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावै सोई अमित जीवन फल पावै चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नो निधि के दाता असबर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावै जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावै अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटई मिटई सब पीरा जो सुमिरै हनुमत बल बीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर गोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़ हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय.
You can watch on YouTube once again whenever you want to watch.